We really want to thank you, the board of ICKS. Can everybody hear me? The board of ICKS, most of us are here today, and we would like to thank you for coming. We've really enjoyed this conference. It's the best one we've ever had since I've been doing these. That's 12 years. So I would like to bring Professor Maxwell up here. Because he's done such a great job, on behalf of the ICKS board and the citizens of the great state of the Republic of Texas, I would like to give him this Angelo State University pin. Come on up here, Dave, and make you an honorary citizen of the great state of Texas. So here you go.
This is a better one than a Kim Jong-il or Kim Il-sung badge.
It's not red. Thanks, and thanks for coming.
Greg?
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to join Professor Bechtold and Professor Maxwell in thanking all of you for being with us yesterday and today. Our participants are the ones who truly made this conference a success. It has been an extraordinary privilege to work with our friends at KEI. I would like to thank Vice President Mark Tokola for KEI's critical contributions once again to the success of this conference, Dr. Yu and the One Korea Foundation, the Korea Foundation as well, and ICKS. To us, to HRNK, to the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, it's extraordinarily important that we continue to participate in this conference. Professor Maxwell very eloquently mentioned the three objectives of the alliance, the U.S.-ROC alliance: security, unification, and human rights. It's extraordinarily important that human rights is now high up there on the radar screen and that we've all had this conversation. The presentations were truly impressive, creative, provocative, informative, entertaining, wildly entertaining. Thank you, Dr. Bechtold. I would like to thank Andrea and Professor Maxwell's staff here at Georgetown. They've been absolutely fantastic. Great event. I would like to thank our colleagues at KEI, both staff and interns, and also HRNK staff and interns for their hard work and dedication. It's been a great pleasure to spend the past 2 days with everyone in this room. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.
Okay, thank you. I can be brief too, I think. Experts on North Korea are often very self-effacing and modest about the fact North Korea is so opaque, it's hard to understand, and the future is difficult to predict. But I think over this past day and a half, we've seen that actually we do know quite a bit. There's a fairly strong sense of opinion that North Korea cannot go on as it is, and maybe even cannot go on long as it is. There's also a strong opinion, I think, that although we prefer a peaceful and smooth transition to unified Korea, that may be difficult to achieve. And so with that knowledge, we can predict that something is going to be happening. The Republic of Korea and her allies are going to face an enormous set of challenges, and that we need to think through those challenges now, ahead of time. And I think that gives us a responsibility to think, and our panelists have done a remarkable job of being both articulate and thoughtful about what we need to think through now. So I would like to thank our panelists for being so good. I'd like to thank the audience for being equally thoughtful, and finish with a quotation from a German friend of mine who worked with me in Seoul. She said, "Mark, the process of unification is much more like shooting the rapids than like steering a course." So I wish all of us luck in shooting those rapids. Thank you.
Well, we've come to the end of the conference, and I too would like to thank everybody. Of course, we've had great partners. I'd like to thank our interns, Optimum Audio, who will produce for us videos of each of the panels, which we will post, and all the organizations will be able to link to, so we can review some of the great questions and great comments. I'd just like to say a couple things. Dr. E, you are as funny as Bruce Bechtold. So yes, I think your comments, yes, and he's trained you well. So, but I would like to close behind the scenes here from Georgetown. We're very grateful that all of you could attend. Our benefactors, Philip and Patricia Bilden in the Endowment for Asian Security Studies, who behind the scenes help fund much of all the Georgetown contribution to this. Korea Foundation, KEI, HRNK. It's great working with such great people. The One Korea Foundation, I urge you to heed Dr. Yu's plea. We all need to think about unification, so please consider that. Lastly, to our great staff, Andrea, thank you for doing a great job, as always, all the conferences, from working with major organizations such as the CIA, our intelligence conference that will be coming up in September with the NGA. Andrea makes all these events happen. All right. So with the permission of the ICKS president, we can adjourn this conference. Thank you, everybody. Safe travels, and we'll see you next year.